How's it going, guys? It's Jack here with Jeremy, and today we are discussing Lonzo Ball, the 6'6 freshman point guard from UCLA. He is currently averaging 14 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds on the season. Jeremy, give me some initial thoughts on Lonzo Ball.
He's a great one guard for UCLA, especially now running the offense. Like you said, 14 points, 8 assists. So, that's what you expect from a one guard in this position, to be dishing it out to everybody on the team, creating the offense, which is good. I think that he has some issues with his turnovers and other things, but he has the capabilities of even putting up a full box score. He almost had a triple-double in one game. So I think that that's something that he can progress and make better as he goes on into the NBA. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Lonzo Ball is definitely an intriguing player as of right now, and definitely one with a lot of buzz.
I agree.
He's a guy who came out of high school, and the knock on him initially, and the reason why he was a little bit outside the lottery, I think, at most mock drafts before the season started, was his athleticism wasn't as good as they thought it was, or what they thought it needed to be, and it's turned out to be much better than initially thought. Now, Lonzo Ball really has improved UCLA as a team. They started off this season undefeated until the loss at Oregon, and last year they were a bottom of the Pac-12 team. And so, yes, they also have TJ Leaf, Ike Enigbogo as well. I think I pronounced his name right, as power forwards there. But, really it's been Lonzo Ball helping Isaac Hamilton, helping Bryce Alford be more comfortable in moving them into roles as shooters on the team. And he's obviously an elite passer, as Jeremy said. 8 assists a game is very good, especially at the college level. But really, for me, in terms of his NBA success, there are definitely some question marks with him. Will that shooting form translate? Defensively, will he be able to guard the faster, quicker, smaller guards that he'll have to contest with on a nightly basis? I don't know about you, Jeremy, but I do think that is definitely a concern of mine heading into the next level.
I'm also concerned with that. Like we've emphasized that he has great half-court vision. He's able to see what kind of offense needs to be made on each play, and he's getting it done. But when he has to drive to the basket, one of the issues is that his free throw percentage isn't there for a one guard who, when it comes down to under 7 seconds and he needs to make a play, he might go up with it. And if he's only shooting 65% from the free throw line, he's not going to win games in tight situations.
Right.
Like, he might not be the person to rely on, get him the ball, drive to the basket. He might have to, send it out, which he's good at. But we don't know yet how that'll translate.
And I think that limits his ceiling. I think that you don't look at him as a guy who's going to close games for a team. And so, therefore, can he be the best player on your team? Probably not. And so it'll be interesting to see how he develops as a scorer. I think that's going to really either hinder or, if he does develop well, it'll really increase his potential, because obviously he's an elite passer.
Yeah.
And someone who can definitely, see over his defenders, because as he'll have the problem defensively on offense, since he is 6'6", it is easier for him to look over his defender and find passing lanes, especially in the half court. But, Lonzo Ball definitely, he's going to need a team, I think, that can help and surround him with talents that are going to be beneficial for him, so that way he doesn't need to be a guy who scores. So how much of team fit do you think is going to be vital for Lonzo Ball?
I think he's going to need someone to follow initially that can shoot. Like you said, that's his weakness. He doesn't.
I wouldn't say necessarily it's his weakness,
but it's not his strongest.
Trait. And his shooting is definitely is a point of high content, because he does have this weird unorthodox shot where he pulls from his left hip almost all the way up to his shot pocket there, and he has been shooting in decent percentages so far,
especially from the three. Especially
exactly, but he doesn't have a mid-range or really a floater game that I've seen that's been noticeable or consistent, and so therefore he's kind of relying on getting to the rim or that unorthodox jumper more than anything else. And so I'm not sold the jumper is gonna work in the NBA until I see it. work in the NBA, and so therefore it's a concern for me. And then as well as Jeremy was saying, he doesn't shoot well from the free throw line, and so without a floater game, he's got to get to the rim and
convert.
Convert, exactly. And that's, at the NBA level, it's another question mark that I have in terms of his game. But yeah, guys, that's kind of what we think about Lonzo Ball. It's definitely going to be a matter of team fit as well as his ability,
to progress through the rest of the season,
To progress, yeah.
Because he's got to face the rest of the Pac-12 with Oregon. I know that they lost, but they also have good, strong teams to at least test him before we get to the NBA draft.
Right, and the only other concern, I guess, with Lonzo would be his turnovers, because he does have the ability to make the spectacular pass, but sometimes I feel he overdoes it. He tries to look for it too often, and it ends up being a turnover for UCLA instead of maybe making the smart and more conservative pass that he is very capable of making. He just, every once in a while, he tries to do a little bit too much. But Lonzo Ball, though, I don't want to take too much away from him as a player. He's a very good player who should be drafted in the top 10 this year. I just don't necessarily see him as an elite option in the NBA level, and he's definitely going to be, if you want to win a championship, you're definitely going to need a talented supporting cast surrounding Lonzo Ball to make him better, and so that way he can help make his teammates better, because clearly with the record of UCLA, he has shown the ability to make his team better. But guys, let us know in the comments below what you think. And please remember to like this video and subscribe to hear more great Talking Ball content. Thanks for listening.
Dope. At least it's not in the middle.
Yeah.